lost to initially. The team that took them down in the winners bracket, Unfair, they just beat them to be in this spot. So definitely improving, definitely a lot they have learned through it, and we'll see exactly how they've taken that against NA's finest. I think we're headed to head right into the draft.
Absolutely.
But it's not best of 5. But it's not best of 5. For the interest of time. For the interest of time. For the sanity of our EU players, it's actually not a best of 5. It is a best of 3.
Mm-hmm. Just to lay it all out there for everyone to sort of understand, we are going to be going to a best of 3. Just reiterate again, not a best of 5, just for the sake of time. And as we see, we are starting. Oh boy, wow! It has been a while since I've casted Kresnik, at least Paladins more specifically. But
don't tell me you forgot what map that is.
No.
Okay.
I definitely
you were going for
definitely no. Definitely didn't forget what map that was. It is good. I guess it wouldn't be great to see this map again. Public opinion of this map was not the best. The last time,
what's wrong with you?
Of this map is definitely not the highest. Is not in the highest regard.
I'm a Bazaar enjoyer, personally. I'm a Bazaar enjoyer here. Okay. Oh, by the way, I don't know why it says Unfair up there. This is definitely. These are definitely not the teams that are playing. Oh, one of them is. That's the team that's playing.
That's only Chill up there.
Yeah, that's only Chill up here. That's only Chill. Unfair is up there. Oh well, now.
Okay. Well, now they're not there instead.
Now that's the Paladins Winter Cup. That's correct. That's what we're casting right now. This is our Sesame Street casting lesson here for you guys. Can you spell secret lab? Oh, they actually don't stop. They didn't pay for that.
The square goes in the square hole. Like that type of casting.
Yeah, exactly.
That type of casting.
Ooh, this frag brought to you by the letter X.
Wow.
Because they're exterminating them. All right, NA's finest only Chill. We're here now, and the drafts have been flipped. Not surprised. Both PC flanks banned right away. Ruckus and Corvus banned from NA's finest, and Talus first picked. Now, Fawn, unlike the PCL in 2019, this is actually a good pick. It's actually been rolling for once. The prophecy, whatever stone tablet that console players found in 2018. Don't give me that face. Whatever stone oh, you froze that. I thought you were that face. Whatever stone tablet they found in 2018 that told them that Talus would be good. Like, oh, the prophecy is true. It's finally actually coming to fruition for them.
So the Talus actually being locked in here is really interesting because that means they have sort of a heavy presence on a flank that they have to watch out about. But it's the same thing it is that I was sort of discussing with Rock and the others in the other chat, was just more so being like, well, I think Talus follows that same sort of perspective where it's like you're trying to dive into the back, but when you have a Grover on the other team, that dive is not as reliable.
Yeah, you can't guarantee it, especially into like the second you buy, even with high resil on Talus, when he's not able to go back to his rune, that's enough to get you a kill guaranteed. We'll see how much that comes into play here. Not the diviest. They kind of have a hybrid comp here with Nando, likely going to be the main tank, and then Talus being able to be flexible. Lilith, very hard to dive. Probably a good counter pick into what NA's finest have picked up here, especially only Chill. Also, interestingly, getting rid of one of their potential anti-dive options with Shaw being taken. But NA's finest going with the Saudi. Saudi, a pick that we have not seen do very well.
Yeah, I don't think she really brings a lot to offer as opposed to Tyra. I mean, to be honest with you, we're talking about sort of like this battle of the backliners, and you look at Saudi versus Tyra, and I think Tyra just has a lot more staying power than Saudi does. Tyra isn't countered by some of the other characters that is there on their team because she just has that sort of DR and damage reduction. Lilith is a character that I'm more so interested to see, as I do know what it is that she does. That's a plus. I do know what it is that she does.
No, we're boomers. We're both total boomers. We can't cast these new characters. Oh God! Thank God I've seen like a game.
Lilith, and you're Sati, and you're Caspian. My goodness. Take us to the retirement home of Bazaar, man. We at least remember that map. That one's not too old.
Imagine we load in and it's just been reskinned entirely.
Bro, I actually would lose my mind.
They did the remake for it. No, they didn't actually do anything for it, but we can head right into game that we have ready here. Lilith, people were saying she's just like a hybrid Damba Furia. She's like a better Furia, some people were saying, because her ult gives you that 30% uncaughtable lifesteal, and it gives her a ton of regen. She's just almost impossible to dive, especially because she has all 4,000 health if she's not spending her abilities.
Right.
Just a lot that Lilith has that makes her hard to pressure here. So I'm assuming NA Finest are going to have to look somewhere else. They're going to have to be keeping their eyes on someone else they could potentially pressure. My guess is if Talus overextends, they're going to look that way.
Yeah, that was sort of what we saw, what we expect to see during Jag Falls, Elastic, and with the Ruckus, but who knows? I mean, it really comes down to how they utilize these characters. We might have an idea for what it is that they want to go for, but it's all up to them to actually execute something that would end up catching them the dub. For now, we have two characters going onto the objective. Lex is playing actually closer behind, and Talus is playing a little bit back. He's not going for that dive. He's just sort of playing turn and burn with the rest of his team as they try and see to get some damage on Barrick, but he has to back off.
Yeah, he is forced to reset here back to the side. They're all getting chipped. Everyone's taking damage, but no one finished off. Finally, though, Sati, the first one to fall because of Tarek's pressure. And now, you can see this Lex is rotating, not really able to be punished.
Yeah, so we're playing Ring Around the Rosie here. I gotta be honest with you. They do dive in. Oh my goodness. See Fernando right in his face. Talus blinks back, and Lex goes down, but not before he takes Talus with him. Now there's still a fight breaking out on the objective. 36% to 24 as Fernando has to find his way out. Lilith is keeping up the heals, but not against Azan. My goodness, that character still as crazy as I remember. Tyra gets taken down too thanks to Cody. That's a double kill for him, and 57% to the 36 that only Chill had been able to scrape by.
No ults yet, but Lilith's ult is coming up soon. With that up, that Talus is going to be unkillable. Lilith likely looking for some poke just to guarantee that. As the timer is ticking down, they're about to break through, but here comes Lilith's ult, but they don't have Talus to capitalize.
As the hammer to the back of the skull would be the end for Talus here, as Fernando has to back up, is trying and stay through that healing. Lilith is the one that ends up killing Lex. They pop the Tyra ult as well. 3 kills already on the side of only Chill at 60%. Oh, where you going? Snatched him right on back. Snatched the weave off. My goodness, 69% to 99, staggering him out just to make sure they don't have their healer for a little bit longer, so they can't push in and contest unless, they're looking to die.
What the hell was that Tyra ult? I'm not letting that go away. I'm not ignoring that. That was literally like a ragdoll getting stuck in a wall in a Source game, just straight through it. Not sure what the hell that was, and apparently chat doesn't seem to know either. Can't wait to hear that like 5 more times through the rest of this game, but only Chill. They want to end it as quickly as possible, so they don't have to hear it either.
Pushing over on the left side as well. Talus Magic takes his room back. Sati popping through the walls. She got the vax on, but it's still not going to be enough to take care of whoever they're trying to focus here. Is Khan still alive? Fernell's in the back. Sati, no! Not again. She gets dove immediately in the back and is killed and picked off. They try and push on the left side. They do manage to get Tarek, but the cart has not stopped moving this entire time.
Now, they have kept up the pressure this whole time. Sati, though, going down on the side means they can't really play the flank. The rest of Only Chill can keep themselves all facing forward. They also have no map control at all. All 5 players are stacked up in the same spot, with Lilith's ultimate being spent here. They can push really aggressively to find it, but they just have too much poke damage. No one on Only Chill can get close enough to actually capitalize on the lifesteal that they've been given.
Just tries her best to support her teammates. Azan is sort of caught between a rock and a hard place. Manages to dash out, but instead pulls himself into the air and gets popped like one of those sporting events that you would see where you have to play with the rifle and the musket just to try and see if you can get the scoring down. This Lex is in the back line. What the Lex doing? Manages to slide in the back line and ends up getting picked off. The overpower is there. They might be looking to get an overpower, or maybe not. Actually, okay, I guess I was right. Is this a Sati again? No,
oh my
not
God.
the Sati. Oh my goodness, please. Someone save her.
Sati players have had it too good for too long, Fawn. I think
that's crazy.
They just need to be knocked down a peg. And that's exactly what's happening here. I mean, Sati, from someone in chat said that someone else they were able to win a game with Sati, but I don't know. I am simply not seeing it here. But Wrecker now starting to come online. Might be a little easier for them to burn through that Nando, that con shield, what is going to keep them alive. I'll see what ults they have on board. Nothing. Actually nothing for NA's Finest or for Only Chill. The first one to come up is probably going to be Grover ult, which is already starting to fall off. Zon ult, which is mostly for diving. They still don't really have anyone to dive. I still think they have to find a way to isolate and punish that Talus. They're going to have to do it. I don't know who they really kill otherwise once again.
Right now, shots are ringing true. As the objective is sort of being fought for once again. But this time they're playing a little bit more aggressive, trying to play the high ground and forcing them out to try and commit to the objective here. They want to make sure they're low enough so they can't contest. Still shooting into walls for the most part. Tyra is being kept back, but Terry gets burned almost immediately. And a fight that was looking more favorable for Onicho has now put the shoe on the other foot in favor of NA's finest. Tarek is still down, and Fernando might be next on the menu. He served up, cooked, and fried as 27% is available for NA's finest. They're still trying to fight and have to force themselves back out on the side of Only Chill with only 2 ultimates up. They might have time to make it back, but they might have to do it soon. They have comeback mechanics. Nobody counted the point.
Yeah, that was actually is disastrous. That gives them time to come back in, and Nando still has ult because his Immortal didn't go off in the previous fight. Here it comes time with that crossfire, that disgusting crossfire, trying to shoot Cody out of the air. If only they were capping, this round could have been over, but now it's hanging on by a thread.
Now Toss has his ultimate to pick off whoever might be trying to run away. Barrett's trying to escape, but can't skedaddle his way fast enough. Instead, gets picked off. Grover has to get in the back line, tries to find his way out, but can't quite find it. Instead, he finds a couple of shots from Talus to put his life to an end. 42% to 85. As Lex is currently trying to 1v1 him, he does not win the fight, and instead is left with low HP. Santi, be careful. Please don't step to that gate. Okay, thank you. She goes to the other side to make sure that she can find a way in with the rest of her team.
Yeah, no chance. I mean, Grover could Vine Tech in, I guess, but it looks like they're just willing to surrender it at this point. Probably just don't want to throw away stuff for this defense, but I don't know if they want this game to end particularly early. I think they want it to go for a while. As Nardco gets away, they're forced to use Whirlwind just to reset from this pressure. This con could go for an overpower soon, but there's a lot of poke damage coming in from this Grover.
He's definitely looking for. They're all grouping up as well because they want to make sure they can take out Tarek, or at least minimize the amount, minimize the targets, I guess, or I guess maximize it in a weird way. He's overpowered. No, Sati, not again! I knew it! I knew it was coming! I knew it happened! The force pull comes through. He manages to take care of Sati. Sati is down, which means they're going to hit the button as best as they can. The cart rolls right forward. They are going to be able to get the kill on Lux, or at least Lex. Whoops. You know a game
League of Legends player.
I'm saying, moving into the back line. Tries to see if they can find what they can. Instead, cooks up the Lux. I have said Lux again. Lex. Goodness gracious. Definitely can brain all over the place, Carly. They pause again. Thank you.
Fine. Nando is putting on a lot of pressure. They talked about how it was a good way to kind of counter them and deal with it, but we're heading right back into game right now. So much pressure on Grover. Forcing Whirlwind once again, but Azan just can't get healed up because of this caught. CC does save him for a moment, but not long enough.
Fernando has his ult. Do you realize 3 people
he's stuck.
Fernando? He's not dead.
He's stuck.
Well, why he may be stuck? Oh, he does end up.
He was in the gulag.
Oh man, gets sent to the abyss. Shadow Realm right below. Manages to get the kill on Fernando as they have to try and back out. Tarek is going to be enough to try and contest here. Instead, they're going to try and wait. 45% of the overpower. The reason why I'm keeping that in mind is because of the fact that we might see Sati get ulted yet again, but we will never know until the ultimate is back up. He has his Commander's Dash. Fernando makes his way back in as well. They are managing the fight pretty well. Ult from... Interesting.
Really, if he didn't Immortal, it would have been so good, but now, look at this Talus running through the side, catching Grover, no heals. It's all on the little bit of health that these players have remaining.
They've already lost 2, so that may not be the best look for Only Chill as Tarek goes down once again. Fernando just respawned and is on his way back, has to find their way to the objective here. They managed to stall, but 30 seconds would indicate they do have at least 1 or fight left in them. Breaking the turrets where they can. I try to find any damage. Fernando just used his dash. Who's going to touch? They have
20 seconds, Spawn. They have to wait. Nando just used his dash. My God, they have 20 seconds.
hey, listen, okay? They were playing very brazen on the side of NA's finest. They could have pushed up, they could have kept them out, but instead they concede that space and back up just as easily. Barrick, already at half HP, tosses out the flame grenade, just trying to they can cook Barrick up a little bit more, but the Whirlwind is popped in the back, at least for a little bit longer, to try and keep that Barrick alive. Overpower is available. They're shooting them up. They managed to get the blickies down. They're popping them. Double kill for Tarek. The overpower is available. Not again! She has no HP! What are you doing? Overtime is available. They have to focus on the Barrick now. Grover is low. He can't even push up to really heal. If he does, he might end up dying, and that is not a might. That is a certainty that Only Chill will push successfully and get the kill once more. Man.
Oh my God. I mean...
What was that, five ultimates?
Clear? Are you in chat? Were you keeping track? Do you have a tally? You scratched into your desk with a knife during that game? Got ulted 3 times. I felt like it was more than that.
I definitely felt like it was more. That felt like more. Those are the 3 longest ults I've seen in my life. If that was the case. There were only 3. It felt like it was happening every.
It did. I got 3 holes in my wall, so it's 3, is what he says. Okay, that's right.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, sipping on Ultra Zero Monster and punching drywall between getting ulted and overpowered on Con as Sati. I don't like the pick. Gonna be real with you. Don't like it. Think it definitely helped them not take that map. Although it was close. A lot of those fights were close.
They were, but the issue was that the fact that is that, like we mentioned in the beginning in the draft, right? I mean, you see that Tyra has so much more sustainability, so much more durability, and her team enabled her a lot more too. I mean, there's nothing that you can really say except for us to be able to see those stats. Let's see those stats real quick, just to see if we can. That was a terrible segue.
I missed your segues, Spawn. I missed your segues.
No, they're terrible. They're terrible. I haven't casted this game in a while. It's been a long time. Goodness gracious! Look at the stats, everybody. Just look at it. Don't listen to me.